capitalweathergang.com. Thanks for tuning in. We have 3 small chances for snow this week as it stands now. We urge you to stay tuned as we get toward the end of the week, into the weekend, just to make sure that everything, as we're currently expecting, any storm, if it develops, might stay offshore. But we're getting back toward average with our weekly forecast at a glance here. You can see Tuesday, we finally get back up into the mid-40s for one day of average January temperatures, but is overall a chilly forecast. And right here, you can see our SPI, or Snow Potential Index. We're going to keep you posted this week. Right now, it's a 2 out of 10, and that's all the number that's warranted. 2 out of 10, 20% chance of accumulating snow, an inch or more this week. And that includes tonight, maybe a little bit, mainly north of town. Tuesday, kind of Tuesday night perhaps, another dusting possible. And then we'll watch for what's conducive for storm development, but no guarantee of storm development at the end of this week, end of the weekend. Hello, Peter, David. We've got 2 Davids. Hello, David P, David D, and John. Thank you for the hat compliment. And Diana, thank you so much. And John, if you want a winter hat for Capital Weather Gang, check out CWG.news/hat. I think we saw a few hats there at that link. Crystal, so only 2 out of 10 for Virginia getting snow in the next week, but we'll keep you posted at capitalweathergang.com, of course. And here it is, CWG.news/latest, the latest forecast. You can also use your phone to scan the QR code there, or go directly to the link, CWG.news/latest, which should appear. All the links we're talking about in this simulcast to YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook will be above, I believe, on your desktop or laptop, or below. If you click on my face, it should appear below on your mobile device. So here we go. Let's check out more as we go through this week. We've got radar to show you for tonight, mainly along the Mason-Dixon line. That's the border between Maryland and Pennsylvania. Light snow. We have some flurries, some snow showers. And as we've talked about on capitalweathergang.com, it's generally going to be a dusting, maybe a coating north and northwest of town. You have to squint there, but you can see maybe a 1/4 inch of snow up near Hagerstown, maybe near Winchester, but it is only 10% chance or so of seeing a dusting around the Beltway in the DC area. But let me know if you see some snow. We've got Annette, hello, and Sammy. It does look like tendencies are for warmer February. And Beth, so far SPIs is 2 out of 10 because the rumored big storm has yet to materialize. Nothing to plan around for the end of this week, end of the weekend, Beth. And cheers to you, Chris. Thank you so much. And Diana, hello in Chambersburg. Eldra is in Annapolis. And Sandy's excited about the chance of snow so far. No major chances on the horizon, but we're going to keep you posted. Do stay tuned this week. Here are the quick chances. Tonight, a little bit north and northwest of town. Tuesday, you can see maybe a couple spits there. And then what is that at the end there? That's maybe Friday night into Saturday, a storm offshore. We'll keep an eye on it. It is the rumored storm for this next weekend, but nothing to plan around. No details to give you at this time, but there is just a conducive atmosphere that if it decides, 10-20% chance at this point maximum, if it decides it wants to develop a storm at the end of the week and the weekend, maybe we'll see snow showers, maybe we'll see a light snow, but right now it is staying offshore. And that's what I wanted to show more of this to you, that at least for the most part, we're staying. Let's do this graphic first. Let me show you the storm track kind of staying offshore. Here's precipitation over the next 7 days. And look at that, much heavier over the Atlantic. And that's where the storm, if it develops, big if, it would track over the open waters generally. Or maybe along the shoreline, east of town, maybe a slightly better chance of seeing some snow. But as you can see around here, we could use the rain, we could use precipitation, but not too much in the DC area to speak of for the next 7 days. By the time you talk to me next, we may not have too much to speak of. Now, I want to highlight the warmest day of the week, Tuesday. And let's put warm in quotes, in bunny air quotes, because warm is only about average. We should be in the mid-40s for this time of year, this part of January. But as you can see, maybe mid-40s, 50 degrees perhaps in Richmond. So it is the warmest day. Perhaps if you can dodge these rain, snow showers, it's a decent day to enjoy the temperatures outdoors. And it doesn't look like these any potential snow showers during the day on Tuesday would accumulate, but we'll watch it. We'll keep you posted. And again, looking way out to the end of the week and the weekend, we're still at kind of condition green. The local National Weather Service office in Sterling, Virginia, appropriately not worried about the storm day 7 winter storm threat just yet. All right, so Jumana, you've traveled this week to Denver. Send us back some snow from there. Cynthia, looks like you're in Fairfax. Hello. And hello in Bayard, West Virginia, Chris. And hello, Julie. Skiing at Snowshoe this weekend looks good. And Lewis, thanks so much for tuning in, the kind words. And Tom, I don't know if the groundhog is going to see his shadow this year. That's still a little ways out into February, but we'll keep you posted. And happy Snowzilla anniversary, David. Yes, indeed, 6 years ago today we had Snowzilla in the DC area. And Debbie, hoping Saturday stays clear. That is still possible if you looks like your son has an outdoor activity. So don't worry too much. We're not worried just yet. My point is to have you tune in maybe once a day. Make sure the forecast hasn't changed for any storm at the end of this week and the weekend, but nothing to plan around just yet. We want to give you the heads up so that you stay tuned. Now, looking ahead, temperatures into next work week, a little bit of a thaw. We might get back toward average, if not above average, which is still in the mid 40s generally for this time of year and next week as well. So enjoy the potential thaw on the horizon. It is leaning that direction. We'll keep you posted if anything changes, but we've had quite a below average streak of temperatures recently, and above average precipitation is possible next week, and that is great because we are still abnormally dry with some droughts. There we go. In the region, especially southwest of town, there in the orange shading, we've got some spots of some just starting kind of first level droughts, nothing too serious just yet here in the winter when there's low evapotranspiration, when the plants are generally dormant, so it's not too big of a deal right now, but we'll watch this. And of course, we hope that maybe a storm will track here, rain or snow, to give us some precipitation in the coming weeks, just to replenish our water table. So hello again, I'm Camden Walker for CapitalWeatherGang.com. We're on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook, simulcasting to all three live right now. Anytime you need us, we're at CapitalWeatherGang.com. And here it is, Sunday Sunset Live here later and later. We're now up to 5:19 p.m. Tomorrow, we hit the 10-hour mark. And we've got 5:20 to about 7:20 tomorrow to 5:20 p.m. And that's about 10 hours or so. We finally hit the 10-hour mark for daylight tomorrow, so keep that in mind. We're crossed. There we go. I am back. Sorry about that. If anyone from Cinemaker is listening, I will contact you about crashes. Now, while wind chills after a warm Tuesday and warm again in quotes, around average in the mid 40s, wind chills on Wednesday are very cold. So please remember, those less fortunate, go to our fundraiser if you can, even donate $1. 100% goes to warm clothing. And again, the top map there, wind chills on Wednesday may not get out of the teens. So very cold, possibly on Wednesday, and we're trying to hit 20,000. We're making really good progress at CWG.news/fundraiser, so go there to check it out. 100% of what you donate, no fees, no overhead, it all goes toward warm clothing. Hey John, I love that CWG. And Colleen, thank you so much for tuning in and replying about Ashburn there. Maria, hello. And Danielle, hello. And Diana and Chuck and Laura, hello. Oh, Jesse tuning in from Washington, Indiana. That's great. So keep tuning in for our weekly Sunday Sunset Chats, and go to our charity fundraiser there if you can at CWG.news/fundraiser. What else do we have for you? It is still, there we go, one graphic at a time. We've got wind gusts under control for the next 24 hours. So that is good news in the near term, but Tuesday, Wednesday, again, winds might pick up a little bit, especially concerning, as we saw a second ago, wind chills maybe in the teens and staying in the teens on Wednesday. So please keep that in mind. It will go from mild to chilly. And we've been working hard on the blog this weekend. We've got 3 events we've covered: the BigSurFire, SnowClimate issues, and then the West Virginia cold. So here are the links for you: CWG.news/BigSurFire, CWG.news. There we go. I can point. There we go. /SnowClimate, and CWG.news/WVcold to check out the record cold there. It was incredible, -31 over this weekend. So let me take some questions and comments. Hey, Will, greetings from Spotsylvania. Will and Marianne, thanks for tuning in. And we've got Kit. Oh, no, Kit, I'm not sure if it was the Wi-Fi this time, but thanks for that. I've been working on diagnosing these errors, but thanks for your patience. And Colleen, hello there. We're talking about Ashburn, and let me know if I've missed any questions or comments. It looks like I've caught up for now, but again, a pretty decent week overall. We've got about 3 small snow chances that we're watching, and that's why our SPI not too high just yet. It's a 2 out of 10 as we watch 3 small potentials for accumulating snow tonight, maybe Tuesday night, and maybe again Friday night into Saturday. Nothing to plan around just yet. No major accumulations worth changing plans, canceling plans, or what have you. But we want you to tune in maybe once a day, just keep an eye on things. We're trying not to have our guard go down in the midst of kind of peak snow season in DC. So that's why we kind of tweet this out every day and put it on the blog every day. We think there in the next week or so there might be accumulating snow, but you can kind of keep calm. It's only 2 out of 10 right now. Hello, Johnson, from Fredericksburg, Virginia. Excellent. Susan, 3 chances for snow tonight, mainly north and west of town. Tuesday night might also be mainly north and west of town if it develops. And then we've got maybe the end of the week into the early part of the weekend. No storm to report on just yet, but it's conducive. The potential is there for a storm to develop. As it stands now, it might, if it develops, stay offshore. Hello, Chevy Chase, Evan. And we've got C. Patrick, living in Silver Spring. There in Maryland, you saw flurries. Excellent. In Harford County, Maryland. And hello in Alexandria, Paul. In February, it might be a little warmer, Jeremy. Yes, indeed. And Benjamin, why do snowstorms always seem to fall the most overnight? Well, at least without the sun, they accumulate more easily overnight. But we could see rain and snow on Tuesday, as indicated here, forecast at a glance, and it might change more to snow as the temperatures fall Tuesday night, and maybe we see a dusting or coating around DC. So hope that helps answer your question. Susan, you're most welcome. And Davis, we've got, glad you're tuning in. I'm doing fine, appreciate that. And Antoine, you need a nor'easter before winter is over. We did have one a few weeks ago, so I hope you're somewhat satisfied with winter. We do have a decent amount tracking ahead of year-to-date snowfall totals. So 12.1 is nothing to sneeze at in DC. We should only be, average season to date is 5.1 inches. So we're way ahead right now for season to date. And we've got Kit. Glad all is good over Twitter. And let me know about Facebook if there are any simulcast issues. And hi from Lavelle. Kylene is happy about the tendency for snow chances this week to favor north and west of town, where it's colder and where more of the atmospheric energy is to maybe be more conducive to producing snowfall north and west of town. So just a few chances, and that's why we have our SPI. We tweet it out every day on Twitter at CWG.news/Twitter and on the blog, capitalweathergang.com, when we think maybe over the next week there might be a chance for snow. CWG.news/latest is the latest forecast at capitalweathergang.com. You can scan the QR code there with another free device, or you can tap on my face, and I think popping up below on your mobile device or above on your desktop or laptop, you'll see the links that we're talking about during this Sunday Sunset Chat, which we do every week together. So let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Let me flag Wednesday could be quite wind chilled after a very decently mild but average for January temperature regime on Tuesday. So we have a kind of a quick flip switch there from Tuesday to Wednesday. So just brace yourselves for kind of a little bit up and then back down the roller coaster as we go back below average for this time of year. All right, what else do I have for you? Radar right now favoring those dusting coatings of snow north and northwest of town along the Mason-Dixon line, the border of the border of Maryland and Pennsylvania. And that is generally where we think the snow is going to favor tonight. 10% chance of a dusting around the Beltway. Don't be too surprised, but again, chances are low. And here's the snow accumulation over the next 48 hours, again, favoring northwest of town. And here you have to watch carefully, but here's the next several days of snow potential chances. There's a maybe storm at the end of the week going offshore. We've got maybe a snippet tonight, maybe a snippet of snow Tuesday night, and then maybe snow showers Friday, as you can see here. And then maybe that storm continues offshore. Maybe it moves a little further toward us, but so far, nothing to plan around just yet. No details to report, but we're going to watch it, and that's why we update that snow potential index every day on the blog. And the next 7 days of precipitation here, you can see favors over the open ocean, over the Atlantic. We've got generally where we see the rain falling and the precipitation falling over the next 7 days, and a little bit lighter here along the I-95 corridor. So keep that in mind. It's worth watching things with cold air around, but so far nothing specific. And here's again the warmest day of the week for Tuesday, which is still only about average for this time of year in the mid-40s. So get out and enjoy it even with the kind of rain, snow mix showers that don't likely accumulate around town since we'll be in the mid-40s during the day Tuesday. But looking ahead at that, what's rumored to be a storm at the end of the week and the weekend, nothing to plan around just yet. Still, we're in the green here. I like this graphic from the National Weather Service Sterling office. We have nothing to plan around yet. It's conducive. The atmosphere is conducive for maybe developing a storm. If it were to develop, so far, the track might stay offshore So it's too soon to say, and we'll keep you posted, of course, and check in with us maybe once a day this week, just to make sure nothing has changed as we get toward the end of the week into the weekend. Let's look ahead. Average temperatures next week or so, kind of in the mid 40s. So when you see a atmosphere's leaning toward maybe a slight chance of above average temperatures, we could be maybe near 50 or so. We'll see. Could have a little bit of a thaw starting next work week into February as well, maybe trending a little bit warmer for next month. And if you're looking for more precipitation, and we could use it in the region, which we'll talk about in a second, the atmosphere is leaning toward giving us a decent chance of above average precipitation next week. So we could be a little bit wetter, but if it's a little bit warmer, it might not be as much of a chance of snow. So keep that in mind. And here it is, the drought conditions of the region. Kind of have to, for true drought conditions, you have to go southwest of town, but abnormally dry south of town in Virginia area. It's not too terrible right now. The water table's, doing okay. We don't have many crops or plants. They're all generally dormant during the winter. Evapotranspiration is the lowest of the year, but we could use a little bit more for the water table, and we could see that again next week if we see precipitation be above average. So that's excellent. All right, Sunday Sunset Live. We have 4 more minutes or so. I'm on YouTube Live, Twitter, and Facebook all at the same time. I'm simulcasting to you on our weekly Sunday Sunset chat. And look at that, sunset is later and later. That's why you're talking to me later and later at 5:19 tonight. We will get to 10 hours of daylight tomorrow, so enjoy that benchmark if you were looking for more daylight like I am. And we've got, let's see, Danielle, you want 20 inches. Not in the forecast just yet. And then Mahia, Snowzilla was 6 years ago today. You're glad for no repeat. Excellent to hear from folks who don't necessarily want snow and have things to maybe do. I get it. And Antoine, you were really sad that the warm air has kept down the snow totals. You want a big snowfall, I guess over a foot at one time. Excellent. And then Rick, you think snow's over for the winter this year. I'm not so sure, Rick, until maybe give me until the end of February at least. And we've had some big March snowstorms in the past as well, so keep that in mind. Not ready to write off the season just yet. It is kind of peak snow season. That's why we're keeping an eye on things if they develop. So wind chills on Wednesday, I want to flag, could be in the teens all day. And it's another opportunity to think about those less fortunate who have to be outdoors, houseless, homeless. Go to CWG.news/fundraiser. We're getting very closer and closer to our $20,000 goal, which 100% goes toward warm clothing. There's no fees, no overhead. It's run by volunteers, this organization. We've worked with them for about a decade now. Love what they do, so please keep that in mind. If you can even donate $1, that's excellent. And here it is for the wind itself in the next 24 hours, kind of behaving until maybe Tuesday. And then as you saw a second ago, Wednesday, we're most concerned about whipping winds with cold conditions already on the thermometer, likely to stay below freezing in the 20s, but it'll feel more like teens all day because the northwesterly winds really could be bugging us. And what else on the blog this weekend? We've written about the BigSurFire. We've written about snow and climate change at the ski resorts, and the West Virginia record cold there as well. So thanks so much for checking the blog out when you can at capitalweathergang.com. I'm Camden Walker on the air about another 2 minutes or so. What else do I have? Questions and comments. We've got Rebecca. You're starting the seeds for native plants. You need cold nights and precipitation. Excellent. So cold nights are coming and maybe a little bit of precipitation if you're along and east of I-95 has the best chance this week. And Janet, we get some of our best snowstorms on President's Day weekend. That is sometimes a decent time of year. We'll see as we get into February. And David's also watching President's Day as well. Excellent. We've got snow lovers tracking things. That's great. Rick, you're most welcome. Antoine, you're most welcome. And let's check out what we have in the next minute or so. Forecast at a glance. It is a decent, quiet-ish start to the week as we try and get back toward our average high temperatures in the mid-40s. We hit that briefly in the temperature regime on Tuesday. Then it turns windy and cold on Wednesday with the wind chills in the teens. Our snow potential index is only 2 out of 10, but we're kind of trying not to let our guard down. Only a couple chances that are small tonight to maybe again Tuesday night. A storm, if it does even develop at the end of this week into the weekend, would right now favor to be an offshore track over the Atlantic. So check in with us once a day. That's kind of why we update this every day on the blog on capitalweathergang.com and tweet it out on CWG.news/Twitter as well. Our latest forecast, you can use that QR code or link at CWG.news/latest. And we've got, let's see, I need to move on to that graphic on the radar really quick. Generally, as we have said tonight, north and northwest of town, the snow is hanging out kind of Maryland, Pennsylvania more, maybe Winchester, indeed seeing a little bit of snow right now. but it shouldn't amount to too much of dusting, maybe a heavy coating in those areas, as here it is on that accumulation map over the next couple days. Very little, if any, around the Beltway, generally staying north and northwest of town. And 3 quick chances of snow this week. If you blink, you'll miss it a little bit tonight, maybe another chance Tuesday night, and you'll see at the end of this loop, kind of the offshore storm thinking about developing there, right there at the end of this forecast loop. So we'll keep you posted at capitalweathergang.com. The favored places for precipitation of the next 7 days, the Atlantic Ocean. Look at that. That's why that storm, we're thinking, if it even develops, might stay offshore, maybe right along the coastline, sees a little bit of snow well east of us. We'll keep you posted, of course, as we get closer, but nothing to speak of just yet. We're kind of on code green. I like this graphic by the National Weather Service. We're really not seeing a threat that's material just yet, but we'll keep you posted if it does become a material threat. And we have some details to pass along. All right, I think that is all from me for now. Donate if you can at CWG.news/fundraiser. Here are the wind chill values on Wednesday, looking very cold in the teens. Rebecca, you appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. That's very kind of you. And everyone take care and stay warm on Wednesday when it might be our coldest day of the week with wind chills in the teens. I'll talk to you next Sunday for a week